Alaska is an island 500 miles off the coast of Texas, but people think it's actually attached to Canada. I traveled to the Pacific Ocean to prove it's really an island, just like on the maps, and what I found will shock you. Those are polar bears! My journey began flying across the country to the west coast of Texas, only to find a big river with Mexico on the other side. I realized I had to change plans quickly and traveled 1,000 miles on a bus with a broken AC infested with cockroaches to Los Angeles, where I was positive there was a large body of water. I immediately booked a ferry to Alaska. The Alaskan Queen, I know where this is going. Alaska was much closer than I thought, just about 1 hour away. The ferry took us to the remote island of Santa Catalina, a North Alaskan island that's also a screensaver on my MacBook. It's too hazardous for people to live there, as there are hundreds of polar bears and Arctic foxes ready to hunt you down if you step 1 foot in the wrong direction. I had to be cautious. I was going to dress warmly for the ferry, but instead of the freezing temperatures I expected, it was 75 degrees. Curious. I expected things to change as we got closer to the equator, as Alaska's magnetic field attracts cold fronts, which blanket the island in snow and ice. Surprisingly, the temperature did not change. The trip was miserable. I immediately ran into the sketchy bathroom and threw up. For 1 hour straight, I was nauseous and fainted 8 times. I was also terrified an iceberg would pierce the hole and sink the ferry straight to the bottom of the Pacific like in that movie. So I looked for giant doors I could hold on to and people I could easily sacrifice to save my own life. I tried to find a life jacket because I'm a terrible swimmer, but a crew member yelled at me, so I was terrified I'd sink straight to the bottom for the entire trip. I really couldn't see where we were going because it was so cloudy. There were so many islands, so I was confused which one was Alaska. Or maybe they were all Alaska. There were no icebergs in the water, thankfully, and so many people were out in their boats hunting for narwhals and beluga whales. At least I think they were. I didn't see any. When I got there, I was so confused how many people were on the beach. Weren't they worried about grizzly bears? The scenery was beautiful even though it looked nothing like the screensaver. I found this picturesque parking lot, but I was shocked to see so many New York license plates. Wait, am I on Long Island? Was I in a fugue state this whole time?
Do not question the reality I have made for you. The simulation shall not be interrogated. Ever.